And welcome back to another episode of Barbershop Talk Like This. And I am your host, Trey the Barber.
And this your other host, Dice the Barber.
It's Kush in the building.
And today, our guest is my man, Jorge Sanchez.
What's up?
Esquire.
Attorney Esquire. Yo, Jorge is crazy, man. I love Jorge, man. He always comes into our shop. He has so much energy. He always drops a lot of knowledge to us about the law. You know what I'm saying? So today we're going to talk a little bit of law. We're going to talk a little bit, because we had a real interesting conversation the other day. So I want to talk a little bit about divorce and all of that shit. So, you know what I'm saying? But first of all, I do, we always start the show by saying we give thanks to God for waking us up this morning, allowing us to be here, you know what I'm saying, taking us through our week and just blessing us, you know what I'm saying, through every step of the way. So thank you, Lord, for that. And secondly, we always start our show off with a little shot. So, I know you say, you haven't ate much today, so I was going to give you a very small one.
Yeah, go ahead and break me off a little bit, something.
Little very small one. There you go. And come on, y'all.
Come on, y'all.
Man.
What is that?
Hold on, nigga.
What
Shit,
is that?
Goddammit.
This is tequila.
Oh, okay, let me get it. That's brown tequila?
Ain't no brown tequila. You see
That's some tequila.
Okay. Oh, it's the golden around the cup.
Dice, keep talking.
Goddamn.
Oh,
Y'all
shit,
got
nigga.
so much, like, come on, man. We cannot have dead air on
Yeah,
here.
I know.
I'm
Nigga,
doing
we
the
trying to
shots
get
and you
shots.
sitting over here trying to get this damn phone together. You should have had that shit together a long time ago.
I know my shit is
The
charging.
hell,
but
man?
But you know what, Jorge, he all like you said, his dog, him and his dog always come to the shop, and that is like the shop mascot. This little nigga right here.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? And
He also got a French bulldog. I have a French bulldog. He also has a French bulldog named Zeus. Zeus is cool as shit.
Zeus cool as hell.
Zeus is cool as hell, nigga. My dog, like
Debo.
they have the similar personality traits. However, Zeus is much more affectionate. Nah,
Extremely.
he's much more affectionate. Like Jax, he's more like, I want to be around you, but I don't want to be next to you.
Zeus
You know what I'm
don't give a
saying?
fuck.
Yeah,
He just
it's
don't give a fuck
crazy.
about nothing,
I
man.
seen.
So shout out. Shout out. Well, I was gonna say shout out to Dice for his birthday.
Oh yeah, happy birthday.
Again, we're gonna say it again because
Happy
I
birthday,
don't know
Dice.
which episode they're dropping first, so we're gonna say again.
August 20th. August 20th is my birthday.
August 20th is his
This nigga's
birthday.
spilling
All on the
tequila
fucking
my
laptop.
goddamn Mac.
There we go. Woo!
Ooh, that's tequila.
Tequila.
I used to love her, but I had to kill her. God damn.
Hey.
Damn, that's the way to start off a Sunday.
So, Jorge,
You gonna bless the show?
Man.
You gonna bless the show?
what do you mean?
How you always bless the show.
Amen.
Thanking the Lord for it.
You see what I'm saying? This nigga's behind.
Yes,
I've already
he
did
did.
it.
But that was the first show.
No, I just did it just now.
did it, Dice.
Oh, shit.
Where you been, man?
You see what I'm saying? Like, this nigga is. Where is my
Dice, you look
co-host
behind
today? My co-host
Welcome
is
to the
missing.
Odd Couple
This
Show.
This nigga is
Me and
out of
Jorge
here.
just
Like,
here.
he has been spaced
Hey,
out.
listen, man, it's been a
all
long week.
day.
You know what I mean, it's a lot that goes into
This nigga like, you gonna bless the show? I'm looking at this nigga like, what are you talking about? Like,
Again?
how you always bless the show? I'm like,
Again?
I just said it.
Got me and Chris
He's like,
looking
that
at
was the
each other
last show. Like, I
what's
just
going
said
It's
it,
the
like,
Odd Couple
literally,
show, dog.
literally
Well,
just
speaking of
said it.
blessing
It's my
the show.
birthday weekend, nigga. I've been nice.
Fall back on that. That's
Oh,
what's
goddamn
man.
weekend.
Hilarious.
Shit, nigga.
So, Jorge, how long have you been practicing law?
A long fucking time. Done 22 years.
Wow.
Damn.
You don't even look like you should be.
Jorge still look like he damn 37
Yeah,
in his
you
goddamn
don't look
self.
like 22
Well,
years
yeah.
of law, bro.
Yeah, I know.
nigga does
I
not
was
look-
like 15 when I went to law school. Let's just keep it like that.
Are you being 100? Yeah, okay.
He giving us his Hollywood age.
You a
and shit,
child
nigga.
prodigy? What you
Yeah,
wanted
that's
that
what it
for real?
was. That's what it
I
is.
got a
bro.
Hollywood age, motherfucker.
That's what it is. We don't need to know the real age. You know what I'm
Damn,
saying?
22 years, man.
Yes,
like you've seen a lot. I mean, did a lot of cases. How was your first case?
Well, see,
Do you remember that?
yeah, initially when I got out of law school, I was an attorney general, and then a friend of mine kind of, he said some things, got me out on my own, and so I just went down to the courthouse and actually took a case and said, "Fuck it, let's try it," and won that case, and the rest
So
is
you're a
history.
trial lawyer.
What was the case? What was the case?
Possession of cocaine.
Oh, and you beat that.
Yes. I did.
What happened? Like, cause you gotta.
Can we
You
get
gotta
into
tell. Can we? You tell us the.
Hold on, time out. There's attorney client privilege.
We ain't asked for
motherfucker, like this
names.
nigga.
Yes,
We ain't
there
asked for
is.
names.
Yeah, I know that, but how'd you get them off?
Suffice to say that she had some cocaine in her car, and it was an illegal search. So I got a motion to suppress and beat it on that. Yeah,
illegal search and seizure.
Yes.
So for all you criminals out there, rule number one, Jorge taught me to say, what did we say?
I don't
recall. Any question they ask you, the only answer you give is I do not recall, and wait for your attorney. If they're asking you questions, they don't know. Shut the fuck up.
Yo,
all of you snitching, ratting motherfuckers that niggas that want to be motherfucking criminals and thugs, that as soon as your ass get into the fucking box and they start questioning you, your ass break down and tell everything.
Ask for a cigarette.
The
Let me get a cigarette. That's when you know
I do not recall.
I do not recall.
I can't even remember that.
Absolutely. Do not say a word. The biggest thing, if they ever asked me what would be the number one piece of advice I'd give anyone, is to shut up. They talk too much. There's a reason why they tell you you have a right to remain silent.
I say that all the time.
Remain fucking silent.
And it's the first thing they say to you.
It was something going across social media showing like how all these different people were saying, I don't feel like answering questions. And then like the cops were just basically like leaving the fuck alone. Like, can you say that to them? Like, I don't feel like answering questions.
You don't even have to say I don't feel like it. You say I'm just not going to answer any questions.
Like, I'm not answering questions.
Basically, fuck you. I'm not answering questions.
Yeah.
Like if a cop stops you, a lot of times people just don't understand their rights. If a cop stops you, the only thing he has a right to is your license and insurance. Outside of that, if he asks you where you coming from, I'm coming from your mother's house, nigga. And you ain't got to say shit. You don't have to tell him anything. He has no right to that.
That's why I love Jorge.
Yeah, he keep that shit straight too.
Anybody knows me, anybody of my friends will tell you I say that.
Yeah.
Coming from your mother's house, and she just made some biscuits.
He said she just made some biscuits.
Yes.
So I got your mama biscuits.
Yes, absolutely.
Not my mama biscuits. Not my mama biscuits. Not my mama biscuits. Not my mama
Absolutely.
biscuits. So explain to people about what that illegal search and seizure, what that's all about, because a lot of people don't understand that.
Well, see, a lot of times people don't realize when police officers come up on you, they're looking for any type of indication that will continue their detention. It's called the continued detention. So when they first come up on you, they have the right to whatever traffic stop they're stopping you for. Mm-hmm. They have the right to say, okay, I need your license and insurance, and deal with that traffic stop. And if it's not a traffic stop that is like a DUI, obviously you're going to jail.
Yeah.
But if it's a speeding or something like that, the only thing they can do is take your license, insurance, write you a ticket, and let you go. But if you do things that give them what they call probable cause to continue the detention, then now you open yourself up to other things. So police officers, and even then when they do search your car, there's certain parameters by which they can search your car. They just can't go everywhere, like pulling the trunk up and everything like that.
That's why when they ask you, could we search the car, and you say no, and then they say, all right, well, we're going to wait for a warrant.
They'll say they'll wait for the dog.
Yeah, and so here's the thing. That's why whenever you're stopped, you always say, "What are you stopping me for?" Because that gets the clock, that gets the time clock moving. Okay. And you want them to do that because they can't keep you out there in a reasonable amount of time to wait for a dog to come search. Yeah. So see, sometimes in parts of Texas, they'll have a K9 around the corner, so they'll be like, they want to have it quick because they want to try to do that. But generally speaking, even if they do that, they cannot stop you for speeding and then say, "Hey, I want to get a K9," because there's case law on that, and the Supreme Court has said you can't use a traffic stop to fish for drugs. So there has to be something else, like you don't smoke weed in your car, or you have something, or you're fidgeting around, you're acting weird, or you're giving different stories. You and your people in your car giving different stories, which is again why I say shut the fuck up. Yeah, right. Don't say nothing. Nobody, you or nobody in your car.
I had a question. So as a resident in LA, and you've been here for a while, Washington Boulevard between Hauser and Fairfax, walking up that street on the phone with my mom, I had a cop make a U-turn, come back, flash the light in my face, and ask me what my name was and am I on parole or probation. And I did what you said. I'm not answering shit. I'm not giving you my name, none of that shit. But why do they fit? That's not a legal thing for them to do. I told him to get his sergeant. I said, I want your sergeant. And he had to call the sergeant out. And then I told his sergeant, I said, I'm walking to the store. And your man just rolled up and just put the light in my face and asked me, was I on parole or probation? There's no crime. There's nothing going on in the area. What gives them the right to do shit like that? This is how they be locking young brothers up, because you don't know no better. You start thinking it's a cop. You tell him you on probation and your name. Now he's searching the system for your ass and he taking you to jail, but you ain't do shit.
Right. He has absolutely no right to do that. And so, but see, so there's
Fishing.
there's two types of thoughts. My thoughts is fuck him. I ain't telling him nothing, and you have the right to. Now, a lot of black folks say, yo, that's how brothers are getting killed, and that may be true.
They put me on the fence, bro.
Yeah.
Dude put me on the fence and started patting me down. I was like, dog, I don't consent to a search. I want your sergeant.
Right.
I want your sergeant. He
Absolutely.
took my phone and walked off with my phone because I wouldn't tell him my name and was searching my text
Yeah, he
trying to
can't do
find my
that.
name.
He can't do any
I
of
told
that.
his sergeant, look at your officer. I don't know that he got in trouble. I got to walk, but still, like, 30 minutes of my day got spent
See,
up on
I mean,
that.
and then
See,
I mean, shit like that, you should have went to Jorge.
Part of
for.
the problem is like, even if you know the laws that you are entitled to, it's like, what do you do when the people that's enforcing the
Are
laws
being super aggressive.
Not even that, but they are themselves breaking the law by doing these things that they do, and then it puts you in a situation. You know what I'm saying? So if you become aggressive, then you become a threat. Now they want to kill you. If you question them, then they think you're a smart ass, and like basically I'm gonna do
Still
it
wanna
anyway.
kill you.
It's like no, I'm gonna do it anyway. What the fuck are you gonna do about it?
Well, the thing is that cops are. I liken them to bullies. Now that's not all cops. There are some good cops.
Right.
So I want to make that statement. But cops are the bad cops are like bullies. All right. So they will only pick on those who they think they can pick on, and meaning like for instance, and with Kush, basically just a little bit of jargon, a little bit of banter that he needs to know to say. That backs them off because then they're wondering, who are you? Because if you know the right words, like if you say, yo, this is an illegal detention, immediately he's like, where are you getting that? You know what I mean? Because he knows you know your rights. As long as you know your rights and know them specifically, that backs them off a little bit. The ones that they try to mess with brothers is if they think you don't know them, and they think they can fuck with you. Now, what he did was absolutely right, and obviously he walked. But more importantly, he could have filed on that police officer, got that police officer's badge, and made a record of it. And that's something that you want to do too.
Yeah. Like when you ask them for their badge number and stuff like that.
They get very heated.
They kind of like fall back. I'm like, oh, why is he asking for my badge number? You know what I'm saying?
Some of them officers don't be tripping. I had that happen in North Hollywood, walking to the barbershop, and I had a cop. I was walking from Laurel Canyon.
He was on like Moore Park, right?
I was Laurel Canyon, Riverside. Basically, a cop followed me walking through that neighborhood. He rolled up on me and asked me, could he talk to me? I was on the phone. I said, no, I want to talk to you, and kept walking. So the nigga just trailed me, just kept driving behind me, right? Trailed me for probably about 6 blocks. Next thing I know, the bird is in the air. Next thing I know, 5 cars are on me. And they searching me, and they told me, I'm laughing, because I'm like, I know I haven't done anything. What is this about? The cop gonna tell me, the one who stopped to talk, asked me to talk, like, yo, if you would have just talked to me, you wouldn't be going through this, right? And I'm like, well, I have the right to tell you no. What am I being detained for? You fit the description of a 6'1" dude in a suit that's been knocking on doors in this neighborhood and doing home invasions.
This nigga's 5'5".
I said, dog, I looked at the only black
4 or 5.
officer on site. And that's what I looked at. I said, on what planet, what day stretched out do I look 6'1"?
Well, the thing is, Kush, you know, the good thing is these days you have a camera in hand. You have a film. This is the reason why things are changing in our society, because you have a camera. This is off. Is it on?
Yeah.
Okay, I can't. My earphones are. You have a camera in hand. So immediately when that kind of stuff starts happening, you should be filming it, because truthfully, that's the one thing that these brothers, these men, they can't get away with it, because you should document this kind of shit. That's some bullshit. And you know, it's funny. Luckily, trust me, I've been stopped multiple times. And I act a damn fool. And I had it one time. I had a cop. I exited and put my light on. He went down to the next exit, turned around, came back, and stopped me because I was driving with my shirt off in a Lexus. And he asked me, do I have any warrants? I said, does your mother have any warrants? So immediately 5 other cops come up.
Right.
So, and I'm like, oh, this is beautiful. I want everybody's badge number. You know what I mean? Because this is some bullshit. And basically, then when they come, they realize, oh shit, now this is not what we thought. This is because they see my bar card. When I take out my license, I want you to see my bar card too. I say, just remember me, because the next time you see me, I'm gonna be asking the question.
Exactly.
And now they're like, oh shit. Then they're like, why are you making it so personal, motherfucker? Because you made it personal. So the thing is, for brothers these days, you got to document it with your phone, with any filming that you can, filming device that you can, because that's important. Because that's how these people are getting taken out. Like there's a cop in Arkansas that just stopped these brothers and told them they didn't belong in their neighborhood. They were out there, and he got fired. So sometimes that's the only real way we can do anything is to document it.
And for the people to know, we are allowed to videotape.
Absolutely.
Anytime somebody pulls us over and stuff like that. So just so all y'all know, we are allowed to film them.
People are allowed to film you anywhere. Just so you know. If you are in public, people can film you. So you can't get mad at them. Stop filming me. Like they got that right. So.
And the crooked cops don't like it. Like the shit that you went through, because that's bullshit. Like there's no way. There's no way.
Good thing, I wish you would have known Jorge.
Yeah, I wish you would have.
Both situations
both of those times
from. Both situations
but still, you could have got them motherfuckers like something.
The after effect, I wish I would have known your ass in them times to do that shit.
Absolutely.
Well, now you know. Now you know you got a good ass lawyer over here.
Bird up. They literally sent the bird up for me, and I was walking, dude. I'm like, what the hell?
You know what I'm saying? And we got Jorge over here, man.
Did you just spill like
on my glass
shot
on
your glass?
It's his birthday. He can get away with it.
It's his birthday. He's allowed.
It's his birthday. He can do all kinds of fuck shit today, and we ain't gonna really fuck with him because it's his birthday track. Because I normally know you would get him.
I'm still about to get him, like nigga, because this nigga has been on some dumb shit all motherfucking day, nigga. Like I don't know what the fuck is going on, nigga, but nigga, this nigga has been body snatched by the dumbass nigga. Cause nigga, what the fuck,
nigga? All I can say is my birthday weekend. Fuck all that
this
shit.
nigga pours a shot. How do you overflow a shot? It's a shot.
It's his birthday weekend. That's how you overflow a shot.
First of all, nigga, why are you taking shots of vodka? Vodka is not something that you take shots of, is it?
Man have his choice, dog.
I don't know, nigga.
Maybe
it's the Puerto Rican in me.
I mean, I just want to know, nigga, Puerto Rican, you should be on tequila then.
I mean, you should.
Nah, tequila, that's like
that's Mexican.
That's a Mexican drink.
But Mexicans and Puerto Ricans totally different.
I understand that, but it's more Hispanic than fucking vodka. If I was Puerto Rican, I'm gonna grab some vodka before I'm gonna grab the tequila before I grab the Russian vodka.
But that's the black in me though. You know what I mean? That's the black and Puerto Rican. I'm like nigga Rican, nigga. So like,
so he goes Russian.
I'm black.
So
and
he
Puerto
goes
Rican.
Russian.
I'm black and Puerto Rican. You ain't black and Puerto Rican, Dice.
Nigga, I'm black and Puerto Rican, nigga.
I'm being honest with you.
Dice.
Neither one.
Nigga, that's why my son's name is Domingo after my grandfather. My grandfather's name is Domingo Pabon.
You are black and German.
Nigga. Whatever, nigga.
Don't let Dice fool y'all. Dice is black and German.
And my grandfather's father's name is Domingo.
Dice's grandfather's name is
Domingo.
Dice's grandfather's name is
Dice, just know this. Dice is Puerto Rican when it's convenient.
You know what I'm
saying? When he's trying to prove a point.
But
hold on, listen. I'm gonna tell y'all something funny.
Here we go.
This nigga Dice had an argument.
No Spanish.
Listen, no fucking Spanish, son, right?
I didn't mean
my client. Time out.
Listen, hold on.
No, hold on my ass.
Right.
My client in my shop.
I gotta call my cousin up for this because I talked to my cousin about this shit too, and my cousin was like, "Nigga, what the fuck is he talking about? Nigga, luego mean later, nigga. Like I say luego. I don't gotta say hasta luego, nigga. Like that's the proper way of saying. That's the proper way of saying. I'll see you later. I mean, the slang of see you later is luego. Like, I mean, that's the way I known it from all my Puerto Rican people. Nigga, luego. I mean, that means peace. See you later, motherfucker.
Yo, this nigga, look, the nigga in my chair is full-blown Puerto Rican. His grandma is still in Puerto Rico.
His grandma's name is Puerto Rico.
His uncle is a Puerto Rican, like, OG.
And I talk Puerto Rican slang, my nigga. Like, everybody who I grew up with.
His uncle talk Puerto Rican slang. He hit me up later on. Look, first of all, Dice trying to Dice, again, don't speak no Spanish.
Hasta luego. No, I mean, you can say hasta luego. Like, of course, if you want to say it properly. No, because it's bullshit. No, it's fucking bullshit, nigga.
I'm going to finish the story. So look, Dice continues to argue with this nigga about how to fucking speak Spanish. I'm like, nigga, how are you arguing with the nigga who speaks Spanish?
I already told you.
That nigga hit me up later on. He was like, bro,
after this live, my nigga,
he was like, I left out of there. He said, I was laughing so hard. He said, I called my uncle up and told him
I called my motherfucking cousin.
He said, and my uncle was like, what the fuck is he talking about?
Dice, you're German. You're German. I don't even know why we're arguing. You're half black and half German.
Nigga, right.
Your grandfather's name is Duchmak.
The nigga's last name is White.
Duncan Shane.
Hold on. His last name is White.
That's what I'm saying. Ain't no Puerto Rican. Listen, my name is Jorge Sanchez.
Because nigga,
what the fuck? How in the world are you?
I didn't get my Spanish side of the family fucking.
Because you're German, nigga. God damn it, let's stop with that. The reason, what's his last name? White.
The information has just been broken live on Barbershop Talk like this. That Dice has been infiltrating the Puerto Rican race.
Yes.
He is German.
Look. Jorge Sanchez then came in here and then became
Jorge
DNA.
Sanchez.
DNA.com. We done found out this man's.
That's because you got your father's last name probably, or your mom's last name, whatever.
Listen, Dice.
White.
He got
Brother
a
to brother.
Sanchez.
Here's the
Bryce,
thing.
you my dog. Dice, you my dog, but you're German.
Here's the funny thing. Here's the funny thing.
I'm not arguing with you. You a goddamn lawyer, nigga. You argue all fucking day, nigga. This is what you do all day in the shop.
Good point.
I'm not doing this. I am not doing
Good point.
it.
Good
Hold
point.
on. Here's the funny thing. He couldn't have a Spanish last name either way because both his mama and his daddy's last name was White. And they've never
What
been
was
married.
his mom? Oh,
And they never been
Hell
married.
They was never married.
Hell
but they
no.
both last name was
Further
White.
proving
nah.
that he's German.
Hell nah.
Dice is fucking
They was
German.
nigga. Listen,
My
his mama
mom, my
was white.
mom's dad last name
dad-
is Pabon, nigga. Nigga, I'm a fucking Pabon. If my grandma would have kept his last name,
Not on.
It would have been
it would have been
Duchman.
Pabon.
That nigga last name is not on this
I
earth
saw
for you
Dice-
Puerto Rican.
Hey, listen,
Pabon.
if you want to be truthful, I saw Dice wearing a Germany jersey during the World Cup. This nigga is German. I want to go on record as saying, as an officer of the court, Dice is German. Okay?
Black
He played
And
the
there's
officer
nothing
of the court
wrong
card,
with
nigga.
that. Dice, there's nothing wrong with you being
played
German.
he played
Germany
the
has a damn
officer.
good soccer team.
They do. They be tough, dog.
They got their ass
be
kicked in the
tough.
world.
Yeah, they did,
Hard.
but they were the World Cup champion. They were the former champions. I'm
They
just
be
saying,
tough.
Dice.
They don't
About
be
8
playing.
years ago.
I want to go to Germany, Dice. I was gonna ask for a hookup. I mean, come on, bruh.
I heard they nice in Germany.
I'll give you a hookup in Puerto Rico, nigga.
I got all the hookups I need in Puerto Rico, my nigga. My name is Jorge Sanchez. Your name is Dice. Nigga, you are German.
That nigga said, my name is Jorge Sanchez. That nigga
Jorge
said that shit,
Sanchez.
nigga, real shit.
That nigga
I know
rolled
how
the
to,
tongue.
I know how to roll them R's when I need to, my nigga.
Hold on, let me try it with Dice. This nigga's name is the Real White.
Listen, I know how to be a nigga when I'm a nigga because I'm half nigga. But when it's time for to roll them R's, Dice, I know how to do it, and I got
know how
the
to
name
roll
to
them
say it.
motherfucking R's too.
You
nigga.
can't roll a white, nigga. How the fuck do you roll white? Right. Yo,
The Real White.
it's real easy to do German. Duck mine. They just say that shit, dog. It sounds interesting.
White.
Like if you say, look, I'm a black German, that's interesting, Dice. I mean, because it's true.
I'm not trying to be interesting to y'all motherfuckers, nigga. I'm just stating facts.
Dice, you just pick somebody, you just pick the Puerto Ricans and say, yo,
I'm gonna
fuck
show you
it.
the pictures.
I'm gonna say I'm
nigga.
Puerto Rican.
I'm about to show you the
Dice, anybody can get a picture from Puerto Rico.
No, I'm gonna show you the picture with my grandfather and my mom together, nigga.
No, I want to see a picture with your grandfather, your mom, and you.
Nigga, my grandfather
In
died
Puerto
when I was
Rico.
5.
In
Puerto Rico.
My grandfather died when I was 5. That's why I didn't grow up with the Puerto
Dice.
Rican
So you
side of
had
my family.
5 years to kick it.
No. Listen,
Dice,
when I was 5, my grandfather died, and I didn't meet the Puerto Rican side of my family till I was 16. Okay,
Because you don't have
so
them.
That nigga, whatever, nigga.
Dice,
Wait till I
You
post
know
this
what?
shit.
Like,
all
listen.
my Puerto Rican cousins,
Dice,
they
listen.
probably on here right now,
Listen.
but they gonna be like, nigga.
Listen, Dice, listen. Let me tell you something. I know you. Dice, you're very intelligent, all right? So what you did was you went online. No, he went online and searched for a family and claimed those motherfuckers. And when that shit went down the Bronx, you say, yo, I'm Puerto Rican. No, you not. Dice, you are German.
He's killing you, right?
It's okay. I love German. I like German.
He went to
In
the
fact,
Puerto
that-
Rican Day Parade one
Yeah.
day, and then Y was like, no.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
right,
They were like,
Puerto
nah,
Rico.
yeah. Hey, listen, I've been boasting about you. I got a black German friend named Dice.
Look, if you were Puerto Rican, your last name would be Blanco.
Or something.
The real
you,
Blanco.
You have nothing Puerto Rican in you.
Nigga, listen.
Except for that Germany.
Okay.
All I'm saying, Dice, is
You
this.
gonna make Dice mad.
You gotta embrace culture, man.
Man, you better
I'm
stop.
not. I'm not mad.
Okay,
I'm not mad.
You gonna make
okay,
Dice
listen.
mad.
I'm not
He
mad.
been drinking
Listen,
in a minute.
I want,
This is
I want
hilarious.
all
he
of
gonna
the
say
viewing.
that.
I'm
not German.
I want all the audience to know that I truly respect and love Dice. I think he's a great human being.
Yeah.
I just want y'all to
This
know
shit
that
is
the brother
hilarious.
is German. That's all I'm saying.
Shame.
If you
Donkey shame.
I tell you
God
what,
bless
I'll
you.
pay for Dice to get a
Don't
DNA
say.
test. I'll pay for this man to get a DNA test.
Oh,
Because it'll be come back German.
It's gonna come back it's gonna come back Native American, Puerto Rican, and black.
Oh,
nigga.
now you don't throw native. Ain't this some shit, right?
That nigga half.
That's the nigga go-to right there. That's the nigga go-to
That's
right
for the
there.
good hair
look at
part.
me,
That's
yeah,
the
you
good
see
hair
that
part.
head?
Yeah.
My grandma was Blackfoot Cherokee.
Yo, my grandma was Cherokee.
Oh,
on my
shit.
dad's side, my dad's mom is part Cherokee, nigga.
Hey man, listen.
So you a Cherokee Rican black
Cherokee
German
Negro.
This nigga ain't got.
Cherokee Rican black German.
Listen. I want y'all to know. Dice, his grandfather's name is Deutschmann. Dice has come from Germany. That's why. Look, everything about Dice exudes Germany. You're German. You're a big old Negro. You German. You half German, half Negro.
You are a big old Negro, dog.
You know what I'm saying? It makes
big as
sense.
fuck, dog.
German
And
Negro.
your
Just
kid
little,
big as
nigga.
fuck, dog. I mean, I am little, but you
that
a big
nigga,
ass
that nigga got a Spanish hairline because that motherfucker doing the cha-cha, nigga. That motherfucker cha-cha backwards.
Damn,
nigga.
dog.
Now he's looking at it. You got him looking at his hairline. hey, listen. All I'm gonna say
This
to
is,
y'all.
hold on. This is how we say happy birthday to niggas.
Yeah,
We just
these
roast
niggas
them.
is
Like,
roasting
Hey,
me.
listen,
Shit,
nigga,
nigga.
this is
Just
a birthday
unexpectedly just started roasting me for like
Hey,
10 minutes.
When
like,
my birthday
Listen.
comes, you have a chance to roast me.
I'm just saying. I mean, I had went and bought some German vodka.
man,
for
fuck you. What the hell made you want to be a lawyer, nigga? How about
wasn't gonna
that?
get into that.
How about that, nigga? Shit.
Hey, I'm sorry. I'm gonna leave. I'm not gonna bring up his heritage anymore. But
All right.
Nigga, my hair is
why law? Why law though, Jorge? What made you say, you know what? I want to go into law. I want to help people or prosecute people, whatever it is.
Nah, never
Specifically,
prosecuted.
what
never,
law
never
are you
prosecuted.
into specific? Because we didn't clarify that.
I'm a criminal defense lawyer.
Okay, cool.
Okay, and I never could prosecute brothers. That's not my DNA. But what made me want to go into it? It's funny. When I was young, I used to always watch these little shows with lawyers, and I always wanted to do that. But you know, when I was growing up, when high school, I was all about the athletics, and I played ball. And so that's what I got off into baseball and getting drafted and all that stuff. But
You were drafted?
Yes, by the Reds.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, shit.
but what was
See,
really,
that's a real Puerto Rican. That's a real Puerto Rican right there.
a Puerto Rican playing football or basketball, nigga.
So-
That's a real Puerto Rican.
That's a real Puerto Rican right there. That nigga got drafted by the Reds,
That's a
nigga.
real Puerto Rican for real.
Who have you got drafted by?
Yeah, Dice play football.
I'm
What
gonna
Puerto
tell you.
Rican football you know
I
besides
got
Matt
drafted
Mark
by the
Sanchez?
barber game, nigga. In the hustle game, and I made it out. Nigga, shit.
All right, go ahead.
That's what I got
But
drafted by.
in any case, in high school, you know, I had these this teacher and this guidance counselor who told me I couldn't make it as a lawyer. Told me I couldn't make it into law school. Told me I shouldn't go to college. That I wasn't smart enough. So I'm very much intrigued by challenges. So fuck them. And you know, these white
right.
folks tell me what I can't do. So that was something that was a burning desire for me. And the more I did research, it's how I learned more African Americans are kept out of the legal profession. And if you really understand our society, every one of our presidents, with the exception of this idiot Trump, have been lawyers. All the Congress, so lawyers affect so much. So I was like, yo, I want to go into something that's going to change the game, and that's what got me into it.
Ronald Reagan wasn't a lawyer though.
No, he wasn't. He was
He's
an
an
actor.
actor.
Yeah.
So did
and
you, so did you see Black Klansman?
yes, I did.
So how you feel about that, being a black lawyer and everything that because it was based on a true story, basically.
It was a very interesting story. It's comedic, but it's very interesting. I mean, I thought it was a really good movie. It's apropos for right now. It's good for the society. What's going on right now? It's
relevant.
so much. Yeah, very relevant. So I really enjoyed it. I like any type of film that's gonna and that's something that I'm into right now is film. I like any type of film that's gonna stretch the barriers and actually make that's thought provoking. So Black Klansman is very interesting. I don't want to give it up.
No, yo, people should have seen it by now.
yeah, I mean, yeah, by the time
we
this
we
airs,
talk about
I
movies.
know the real
like I got this on here, nigga. Like, you know,
Black Klansman to me, like it was a solid movie with a really good ending.
Mm-hmm.
It was serious but funny at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I felt like some of it, they probably could have edited out maybe like 15, 20 minutes of the story. Like, because at times I felt like they're drawing it out. You know what I'm saying?
Embellished from
I feel like if they had made the film like an hour 30, hour 40 minutes, that would have been perfect. And you know what I'm saying? I just felt like it was a little drawn out.
But it's still a good movie. Good
It's still a good movie. It's still a good
true
movie.
story. You know what I'm saying? So a good story
Did
for
you see
everybody to go watch.
But I think that they embellish a little bit.
How I know so much about it?
No, not even that. How do you know it's a good movie if you've never seen it?
Because everybody's telling me that it's great.
Dice, are you fucking serious?
I mean,
I thought he saw the shit.
Time out. No, listen.
Are you
listen.
fucking serious?
Hold on, time out.
That is some German shit if I've ever seen it.
I mean, nigga,
that's fucking German.
You ain't see my head pop up? Like,
Yo, that's some Hitler shit. What the fuck?
I don't know what
This
I'm
is how-
I just see like the people say it's
Time
good.
out. This is why I call Dice 50-50. Because his information is 50-50. Like,
This
it could be
here.
right, it could be wrong.
true.
You have
It could
to
be
dig
false.
more into the questions and ask his sources.
Man, listen.
Who is the source of your
You
information?
know, man, I have a comedy routine, and I said there's a phrase that every black person knows, and it's called "this nigga here."
I know about
and
it.
this nigga here, right? Like,
this
how the fuck you gonna tell me, yo, this is a good movie? What you think? And you ain't seen this shit, nigga. What the fuck? Like, yo, I am not relying on you for shit no more, Dice. Anytime you ask me some shit, I'm be like, well, what do you know
Unless
about
he's
it?
talking German cars.
Yes, that's why,
talking
and
German
that's
cars.
yo,
He-
and
he's
that's
got a
why
BMW. I mean,
that
he's got
right
a
there,
Mercedes.
That's what I'm
that right there shows you he's not Puerto Rican. Right there. See that shit? He said, yo, have you seen Claim? He ain't seen this shit. This nigga claim Puerto Rico. He don't even know where the fuck Puerto Rico is.
oh my God.
Dice, where's Puerto Rico?
Niggas below Miami, nigga.
No, nigga. I'm done. I'm gonna leave now. I'm gonna go ahead and leave now. Okay.
Nigga said it's a Florida
Trey,
key, nigga.
Trey,
It's a
you need to have your
Florida
own
key.
show. Trey,
It's the keys, nigga.
first of all, this nigga Dice.
I'm done. I
Dice,
can't, dog.
listen,
Oh, man.
Dice.
What?
I want you.
Once I get
below the
past
keys.
Miami,
What
once I
the
get past
fuck?
Miami,
Did he just say that?
I'm in Puerto Rico.
He was
No,
dead
you ain't,
serious
nigga.
too. He was dead ass
Nigga, I
serious,
wasn't dead
nigga.
serious.
Yo,
He was
listen,
dead ass.
Dice, you can't just claim shit, dog. You can't just go around
Nigga, I'm
saying
not
shit.
claiming shit.
Nigga, you just said, hold up. You just said, do you see Klansman? As if you seen this shit, nigga.
I mean, because I gotta ask you because you're a lawyer. And
but
it
did
has
you
something to
see
do with
it?
that.
You
No, I
can't. You
didn't
said it's a good movie.
I ain't
and
see it.
then recommend it to
It
people.
could be a
It was
good movie.
Yo,
It might be a good movie.
Ladies and gentlemen, you gotta love Dice for who he is,
Listen,
dog.
nigga,
Dog.
like,
this
I
nigga
did
will
my
say
research.
some shit. You didn't do no research. You
I
didn't see
did,
it.
but I got my research.
What the fuck?
The people.
Dice, you can't.
They said this shit was good.
Right.
Yeah, I went and read the reviews before I came on this motherfucker.
Who gives a fuck about a
and-
review?
And wrote it down, nigga. Like, it's a great
Yo,
movie.
that's a goddamn
Barbershop
shame, dog.
talk like this is not always personal.
I tell you what is. I tell you what is a great movie. I tell you what is a great movie.
Boy.
But you gotta start it off with like, I heard it was a good movie.
Right.
No. Trey knows
Not
me,
if you
nigga.
don't
I will
want
tell
to.
a story.
He
I will
tells
tell a
stories.
story
Listen,
like
if
I
you
was
told
there.
Dice a story and he turns around and tells that story to somebody else,
It's his story.
you would think he was there.
But see, that's what you call that's lying.
No, that's what you
Nigga,
call.
that's what you do
listen,
all day.
That's
No.
what you call. Listen, 50-50.
He lives vicariously through everybody.
If you
I
ask,
should've been a lawyer,
if
nigga,
you
like,
ask
no.
Dice the
First of all,
right,
lawyers
needs
don't lie.
facts. You need
Lawyers
facts.
do lie.
You need
Lawyers don't
facts.
lie.
but
You
what
need
lawyers
facts.
do? They learn
We
to
ask questions
the right
from niggas
questions.
like you who lie. Like it's like this.
I'm
Hey
not
Dice,
lying.
Dice, what are you? I'm Puerto Rican. See, that's a lie. See how that works?
No, I'm
Dice,
black
did
and
you go
Puerto
see
Rican.
Dice? Did you go see Black Klansman?
No.
Yeah, I know it's a really good movie. You're lying. See, so I ask
No,
questions
you
of
asked-
liars.
No, you asked me and I told you no, I didn't.
No, but
He
Dice,
did
you-
admit to not knowing.
Yeah, he did. But he didn't admit to not being Puerto Rican, no, yet.
Nigga, because I'm Puerto Rican.
You're German, motherfucker. I already said that shit. Anyway, okay, we're gonna move on. But I would say this. Dice
You
in the
speak as a
future.
Deutsch?
Dice. See? No! Finally. Doom. We have the truth. Dice came clean.
Nah, my nigga Tone Spearman, that nigga.
No,
he was
Dice
living in
just came
Germany.
clean,
He taught
Trey.
me that shit.
So we're going to Wiener Schnitzel after this, nigga.
All I'm
with
gonna
some
say.
sauerkraut.
All I'm gonna say is that 50-50, I got you now. Dice, I have never seen no shit like that before in my life. I appreciate you for letting me.
50,
Yes, I actually saw the movie, Dice.
All right, good.
I actually saw it. Trey actually saw it.
I tell you what was a really good movie. Mile 22. I went to see
didn't
that,
see that.
nigga. I went to see that.
I
shit
didn't see that.
Friday.
I heard it was good, but I
That
didn't
shit
see it.
I heard it was good, too.
lit. So
I
you
didn't
can
see
tell somebody.
Tell us about it,
So
Trey.
tomorrow when you go to the barbershop, tell them, hey,
Go
Mile
see Mile
22,
20
that shit was lit.
Mile
Wait.
22 or aisle 22?
He don't got nobody. He got clients.
I know what I'm saying. Tell all his clients. Tell all his
Mile
clients.
22
Mile
dope.
22 is the shit.
I seen it.
You ain't even got to tell them that you seen it. Just
Mile
tell
I
them
heard
that
it was good.
You ain't.
What's
you
it
know
about,
he's not
Trey?
gonna tell them.
I'm
He's
that.
trying to get the name right. He's
what's
trying
it
to get
about?
the name right. for
Hey,
research.
man, this is the ghetto Cisco and Ebert, goddammit.
No,
You know what I'm saying? I mean,
Oh,
I
shit.
say what
Ghetto
I know,
Cisco
and
and
you go see the shit, because this nigga watch movies all the goddamn
Dice,
time.
Cisco and
he-
Ebert actually watched the movie.
That's what
I
I'm
understand that, but this the ghetto.
No.
That was called sneaking in the movie.
Cisco and
That was called sneaking in the
Exactly.
movie.
It's just
Nigga, this is
Cisco and
barbershop
Dice.
talk
It's just
like
Cisco
this.
and Dice.
It's just
It's
Cisco
Cisco
and
and
Dice.
Dice.
Like this.
No, it's just Cisco and Dice.
Cisco and Dice. I see the movies. You talk about the movies that you haven't seen. That's what we do.
I get
Cisco and
reviews
Dice.
and shit. You nigga,
This is like Hollywood Shovel
I be
sneaking in
tired,
the movies.
nigga. Shit, goddamn.
Sneaking in the movies. That's what I said. Sneaking in the movies.
And I got the movie pass, nigga. Like,
And you
Get rid
still
of
ain't
movie
seen
pass.
the
Go
movie.
to
Hey, so
AMC
what is Mile
Stubs.
22 about?
Real quick, to not give away the movie, it's about a guy.
give it away.
No, I'm not gonna give it away.
Give it
'cause I want y'all to
away,
go
give it
see it. I want
away,
y'all to go
give
see
it
it. It's more action. Like what makes it dope is the action. You know what I'm saying?
So what's it about?
Mark Wahlberg is like a kid. He's really smart. You know what I'm saying? His mom and his twin brothers was killed in a car accident when he was a kid. You know what I'm saying? He starts having problems. You know, he's very violent. You know what I'm saying? He likes pain, but the nigga's intelligent. He goes into the army, becomes this fucking, he goes into this fucking group that's off the charts. You know what I'm saying? Like they don't exist. They're like ghosts. You know what I'm saying? They
What
go
kind of
in.
group? What kind of group?
It's like assassin groups. They go in and make the
Mercenaries?
kills. You know what I'm saying? Mercenaries. You know what I'm saying? They go in and make the kills. And you know what I'm
He
saying?
knows the proper words and shit.
Like they show you just all this real quick in the beginning. like it's dope how they build a little story about him so you'll know.
shit.
Because
This is
after this,
hilarious.
they really don't talk about it anymore. So they just kind of give you a quick synopsis of who he is and why he acts the way he does. Because he's very strange.
This nigga
He's
using
very
big words and shit. Synopsis and shit. Like,
This from the time.
This nigga say so.
This is coming from the tonsor, dog. This
Yo,
is coming from the
man.
tonsor, dog.
I'm fucking with y'all, nigga. Like, I'm fucking with y'all. This shit is hilarious.
It's
a big word.
Yo.
Note to self.
Tonsor.
Note to self.
I have
Tonsor,
nothing
dog.
else to say.
So anyway,
I'm having a blast right now, nigga.
I am
don't give a
too.
fuck,
This
nigga.
is what
shit
shots
hilarious.
do on barbershop talk like this.
this.
My
Right.
Yes.
They make you say synopsis
Is a
is
big word.
And mean it.
Right.
And mean that shit.
Right.
ass.
So anyway,
Shit turns me German.
I guess that ends that ends my movie review because I was trying to give you a
synopsis.
I gave you a quick snapshot of what the movie was about. How
I gave
about
a
that?
review.
I'll dumb it down and
A
say a
review?
quick snapshot.
Snapshot, yeah.
That's funny as shit.
Say a
You know what I'm
review.
saying? So yeah, I mean, but yo, go check that shit out. Like the action in that shit is dope. I think
So you seen it?
yeah, I did see it. I think the kid in there, I think he's the dude from Unboxed, if I'm not mistaken.
What the fuck is that?
Bach, the kung fu movies, fighting movies.
Damn, Dice.
That is a lot of shit
just
Dice don't know.
Damn, Dice.
German, nigga.
He just admitted it on air, ladies and gentlemen. He just said he's German.
Have you heard of Unboxed, Paul? Oh,
Okay.
Yeah,
So
see?
you're not.
Wait, he's Mexican? He's all that?
Yo, listen, you're missing the fact that Dice just claimed that he is German. I just want everybody to acknowledge
Nah,
that
I caught
Dice
it the
did
first
just
Here
say-
comes the lawyer. Then I mean to bring attention, nigga. I'm not fucking German.
No, you just said you were.
Oh my god.
So don't lie.
Oh my
did,
God.
did he just not say it? Did he just say that, Paul? Thank you. Okay.
I got a question.
So
Back
what
to
is
the-
it?
Back to I want to ask the lawyer a question because
Yes.
we hear about how prosecutors around this country are paid to get wins, right? So they do their best to get us to plea down in cases that we shouldn't be pleading down to, and try to get try to force us, box us into taking charges and losses on cases that we shouldn't be taking losses. How
Plea
do you,
deals and shit.
as a criminal lawyer, deal with your clients when you're dealing with them prosecutors that like, do you know when you walk in the room, I know this is one of them asshole bitches that's gonna try to get a win on and try to throw you a whack ass plea just to get a W on her books? Or you know what I'm saying? Is that a case by case?
It's not. That's not necessarily true. So we have to realize that prosecutors are just like anybody else. They ain't trying to lose. You know what I'm saying? Now, are there prosecutors that bend the law or cheat? Yeah, absolutely. But they're not trying to lose. They ain't out there to lose their cases. But you have I would say generally speaking, to speak for the bar, they're not bad people. They're not out there trying to do any harm. But if they get a case on that, they are definitely prosecutorial oriented. So what I mean by that is they get a case on their desk, they're prosecuting it. Now, I think that there is a good percentage of them that will look at a case and be like, nah, I've dealt with a lot of good DAs who would be just like, this is not going to go anywhere. I have. Now, have I dealt with some bad DAs just like with some bad cops? Absolutely. And have I walked into a courtroom before and seen it and DA and be like, okay, she's an asshole or he's an asshole and they trying just to get people time? Absolutely. Do I deal with DAs who definitely will do anything to get a conviction? Absolutely. And do I deal with DAs who are just really trying to make themselves look good? Absolutely. But generally speaking, it's in a case-by-case scenario. Sometimes my clients are fucked up. You know what I mean? Sometimes I'm like Richard Pryor sometimes. Thank God for the penitentiary, because some of my clients are just like, if you commit 18 ag robberies, my nigga, you might not need to be in society. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So, but so I think that I think the one thing that you have to deal with, I can never be a prosecutor because I just don't want to prosecute, brother. That's not something I'm going to, or sister, anybody. I'm not going to do that. But so you have to have a certain moxie to do that. But I think that it's just like mechanics, doctors, or anything else. You have some good ones and you have some bad ones, and you just have to deal with them as you come deal with them. You know?
I just think that it's fucked up that like people. Because, attorneys, they're people that you are willing to sacrifice another person's life sometimes
for your credit,
just for the benefit of your career. Like I just don't understand sometimes how people are so career driven that you are willing to sacrifice lives for people who ain't done shit or people who got petty crimes, and you hold like
kids
that kid. What's his name? Khalif Broder.
Yeah.
Broder, whatever.
You know what I'm saying?
Book bag. Over a stolen book bag that he didn't even take. You know what I'm saying? Because he couldn't afford, his moms couldn't afford to post bail for him.
Well,
this kid was in,
then that turned to a whole
I'm
bunch
sure
of
you know
other
the
shit
story.
while
The
he
kid
was
was
in
in jail they just held him in there for like 3 years. Like 3 years.
Well, there's all kinds of, the thing about it is there's all kinds of different variables that you have to consider. First of all, when you're dealing with a case, there's the politics of it. Like in DA's office, at the end of the day, he's a politician. So the DA's office definitely knows what's the barometer of the community. So what they're going to press. That's the first thing. But I don't think that you have. Now, have I met evil prosecutors? Absolutely. But I mean, to be honest with you, brother, it's just as bad on the defense side.
And I believe that.
So,
you know what I'm saying? I really do believe that. So like I'm not trying to say, oh, everybody's trying to just like there's this thing against brothers. But what I'm saying is sometimes they over persecute.
I would say that sometimes they may go too far in certain situations. Yes, but I think, like I said, once again, that deals with
another big word.
That deals with the prosecutor and that deals with the DA in that office. Like to me, it's like I think it's ridiculous. Like when people are out there marching and saying, "Oh, this brother got shot," and they're marching. Marching ain't doing shit. You want to vote, get a different district attorney in that office so that they will prosecute officers who do use excessive force and kill brothers. That's more important to me. But what I was saying is, in my profession, I've seen scores of defense attorneys who don't give a shit about their client, who will plead their client to a deal that their client shouldn't take,
right?
Who don't want to try a case.
Right.
So when you say prosecutors, I'm sure there's plenty of prosecutors out there that say, what about the fucking defense bar? Because the truth is, there's a lot of times brothers will go, and sisters, people will go to these defense lawyers who aren't about shit.
They just want that check.
They just want the money, or they're just going to plea you out. Do you know that I know of specifically of attorneys that I've dealt with in Texas, defense attorneys that are scared to death of the courtroom. In fact, one, he will plead his client to anything. He is not trying a case because he does not want to do it. So you
become a lawyer for to be scared of the court.
Because
that's like being a baller scared of the court.
Not want that motherfucker.
He's a businessman. He
just wants the checks.
He's about money. He's not about money.
Cut me my retainer.
That's what I'm saying. Just like how people are able to do this. You know what I'm saying? At the expense of other people's lives.
Okay, so
there's one.
Have you ever seen a barber that is fucking people's hair up and people are paying him and he's fucking their shit up and you're like, what the fuck?
That don't you damn.
So it happens.
I'm just playing, bro. I'm just playing.
Nobody would ever think Dice gives bad haircuts. Nobody thinks that.
I did not take offense to that, nigga. I ain't know.
He knows better.
My shit is good.
I'm looking at you like you looking at me because I'm looking at you.
He looked at you, looked at his shoulder, looked back at you and said, I am a tonsor, dog. I am a tonsor, dog.
But what I'm saying is, I know that y'all know many barbers that are fucking people's heads up. I know
none of which are in No Holes in the Cut Barbershop. I will say
none are there.
None of them.
Or the tonsorial.
But but I think so. I think that in any profession, you have people out there that ain't about shit. I mean, that's just the nature of that's human nature.
Right.
But I think that the problem that you're bringing up and the problem that is different about my profession is you talking about people's lives forever. You talking about. I mean, I know a
families.
I know a defense
kids growing up.
Exactly. I know a defense attorney who. That motherfucker, he was like, yo, I think I've gotten more life sentences than the DAs.
Damn.
And so that means his clients, he getting them sent to the penitentiary for good. And that ain't nothing to joke about. And that's why in my profession, whenever I've done it, I always treat my client like they're my family. Because I'm like, I would hope that, if someone was representing my family, they would do the same thing. So
No, I mean, I think there's so many innocent people in the system, and they're getting, getting life sentences just because of a reputation for a prosecutor. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah. I mean, I don't not because of reputation of prosecutor, but because they had a poor defense attorney, or they didn't. It just. I mean, the logistics of it. Sometimes clients will plead to cases. I mean, I'm not gonna bring up.
I'm not pleading to life, nigga. Like, fuck that.
Yeah.
But if you're facing triple life and possibly the death penalty, you might.
I've had clients. I had
to
a client.
stay alive.
I'm like, shit, I'm gonna die anyway, nigga. We gonna ride this bitch out. Let's go.
It's easier said than done.
I understand. Nigga, like, I mean, until I'm in that situation, believe me, I know. I mean, thank God that I have not been in that situation.
Yes, I've had a lot of clients. They talk big willy shit until the time comes,
and then the niggas break down, start crying and shit.
Yeah, and then they give that shit up.
I know you done seen some motherfuckers break down. Like, nigga,
I got my other question. What is it like? From your perspective, because we all have gut feelings. You ever get a client that when this nigga walks in like, I'm innocent, and you just like, nah.
Well, I know all my clients. So I know whether they're guilty or innocent, because there ain't gonna be no lying to me. You got to tell me everything.
Okay.
Yeah,
so I know whether they did it or not. You know?
So you just got to figure out how to get you.
How to defend you after that.
If there's a defense for you. I mean, so every person is, the question that everybody asks me, of course, the question looming in everybody's head is, so how do you represent somebody who you know is guilty? And that's not the job. The job is that I'm supposed to defend without any prejudice a client because he has rights. So that means that even if a client of mine has 5 kilos of cocaine in his car, that does not mean you can violate his rights to get at him. So he still has constitutional rights. So I'm going to protect those rights. And if a cop does something that's illegal, then I'm gonna bust his ass and win. And you have one case like that? Absolutely. Yeah. So it's just about that they have rights, and so you have to abide by that. There are rules by every game.
So you'll go and be like, okay, so you're guilty, but by law, what they did wasn't part of your rights. So that's how you gonna get off.
They violated your rights by searching your car yesterday, nigga. We know you had coke, but they wasn't supposed to find that shit the way they found it. So you should go free.
Right. I had a client. I had a client many years ago it was a really rough situation because my client had a bunch of drugs and it was an illegal search. His friend who got in the car, which is, you should always be mindful of who you're traveling with.
Goddamn right.
His friend who got in the car did not know anything about the drugs. His friend pled guilty to 35 years in prison.
Wow.
And my client walked because I took it to trial and we won. So is that fair? No, but that's the difference of a defense attorney. So,
damn.
Yeah.
That's why you don't take the plea.
He got 35 years in jail.
That nigga should have got Jorge.
I'm gonna tell you this. Look, my homies can attest to this. My homies back home, when they sold dope, I didn't sell dope, I used to tell them niggas, look, when you get in my car, number one, I advise you don't bring your dope with you.
But if you do,
number two, if you do,
this is
right,
yours.
we get pulled over. I used to tell niggas like this, nigga, this was a rule, so everybody knew this shit. You got 3 chances to claim your shit. Police pull us over. Oh, I found some dope. Whose dope is it?
Mine.
Now I'm just gonna look. Mine's like this. I don't know. First time, I don't know. Second time, whose dope is this? I'm looking at
that nigga looking like nigga.
Third time, whose dope is this?
His.
That
This
nigga
nigga
right
right here. I used to tell niggas, and they don't snitching because I'm telling you ahead of time.
Yeah, I told you,
I
nigga,
told
I'm
you
not going
this
to
is
jail
what's
for
going
your
down.
dumb ass.
Right, I'm not going to jail for no money that I'm not making. You not gonna bail me out. They not gonna take my car. Nigga, like, yo, you get in with my shit. We get pulled over. Be a man. Take responsibility.
You got
for that
to,
shit.
you got to, you
Period.
got to.
Other than that, you know what I'm saying? Hey.
I'm glad I ain't selling no dope and no coke. I sold a lot of weed. Weed ain't coming a lot of time.
Yeah, that's what made me switch over the game. I'm like, these niggas going to jail.
Niggas doing football numbers and shit, bro.
Man.
Yeah, it's definitely no game out there, man. But you just gotta know who you definitely gotta know who you're traveling with in anything, because you never know. Like we used to talk back in the day about, like I said, if you were riding with somebody and he got out and walked in the 7-Eleven and shot everybody in there, and he gets back in the car, both of y'all are getting charged for it.
You're excessive.
Yeah.
Parties.
Hey, years ago, my cousin, she was taking this guy, she thought to his aunt's house. And this was like in a little small town in Missouri, probably like an hour away from Kansas City. And the nigga got out like he was walking into a house, but the nigga went past the house, went to a convenience store behind the house, robbed the convenience store, and got back in the car with my cousin. You know what I'm saying? And they arrested her. You know what I'm saying? They thought she was part of it. You know what I'm saying? But my family, they pray. They get the praying and they get the praying, they get the praying. And like, you know what I'm saying? By the grace of God, bro, it came down to it. Them motherfuckers like, we can't even find a foul on you. So
Damn.
There's no way you could
that's
possibly
crazy.
have anything
they just let her go. She never had to deal with shit else.
And with
again
that
about
nigga,
this
what
shit.
happened with that nigga?
I think that nigga went to jail because they actually had him, you know what I'm saying, on camera robbing the place.
That's crazy, bro. Yo, what'd you think about Trump, man? Like with all this other shit going on, like this nigga Omarosa saying she got like over 200 fucking recordings of Trump talking shit.
She does
you know
have
what I
some
mean?
recordings though.
He should have known from the jump on Omarosa. Omarosa turned around and gave the entire black community the middle finger.
Yes, she did.
You should not trust her. You should know if you was Donald Trump, if I was Donald Trump, I'd be like, this bitch just turned around and said fuck you to everybody that looked like her. I cannot trust this bitch.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You should know from her show.
You should. There's a bunch of shit that should let you know. But if
I mean,
all
you know.
else fails,
Do you think he has recordings of him actually saying
hell,
nigga?
fuck
Saying nigga?
Yes,
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes,
Absolutely. But I think that, hey man,
How old is Donald Trump?
Nigga like 70 something.
in the land of
Okay, if you-
Donald
listen,
Trump
time out.
led the
Now, I'ma
birther
take this.
movement. Donald Trump was one of the people that was so flabbergasted that the black man was president that he put money up to prove this nigga wasn't from here.
This is what I
Because he
say.
ain't like the black man
But
being
this is
president.
what I say.
That's deep rooted
If you
that
racism.
nigga come from the
If you are white and
From the
you are
racist
over
age.
the age of 35, you have definitely said the word nigger. And if you have not, forgive me, you don't go in that category. But
If you rap
most of your-
NWA by
most of your
yourself in the
people-
car, you
I,
said
no, I ain't saying nigga.
I'm just-
Notice, I didn't say
nigga. He said nigger.
I said
I know.
nigger.
I'm just gonna say it like this, and I think it was best said. I heard this brother say, I don't believe, and this is just human nature, I don't believe that white folks or anyone else that's not black is sitting at home and they see some ignorant shit done and they go, look at these crazy African Americans. I don't believe that. I believe
They always say
they're
black
saying,
people.
look at
They
these
say
crazy
niggas.
niggas. Right?
Right.
These
Niggers.
some crazy niggas.
You're
right?
right.
And so I'm sorry, I just don't believe that. But also the other thing is I wrote in one of my films, I had this character and he said he didn't believe in racism. It was situational racism because he's like, listen, if you put me in a car, I don't give a fuck who you are. If you cut me off, if you a nigga, this nigga,
Yeah.
if you a German, I don't give a fuck what you are. I'm cussing you out,
German.
whatever you are.
No German.
Now you right. You right.
If you a big German, half black, half German, I'm talking shit.
But listen, this nigga Trump is crazy. Now I mean, this nigga called John Brennan a loudmouth. Now I mean, for saying that Trump is drunk on power. Like, now I mean, do you think he's drunk on power?
Oh my God. No, Trump is drunk on power. Trump is so
extreme.
Yeah, Trump is way past drunk on power. Trump.
Dude, here's the one thing I'm gonna tell you honestly, because Trump is actually no different than any other president that we've had in the United States. Let me
You
finish.
gotta explain.
Let me finish. Meaning, as far as how he feels, how his actions are. But the difference about him is he's telling you up front. The other presidents that we've had, they do the exact same shit as, hold on, let me finish. They do the exact same shit as Trump, but what they do it behind the closed door of that Oval Office, where there's only 8 of us in here or 5 of us in here for this meeting and nobody knows, but they got the exact same agenda. This nigga's just telling you what his agenda is. out loud. So at least I know my enemy and what it is that I'm dealing with. You know what I'm saying? But with the other ones, they hide that shit. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I'm for the betterment of all your people. But they say the exact same thing that he's saying behind closed doors.
I agree.
So at least with him, nigga, he say, nigga, I'm your fucking enemy.
This nigga is worse, bro. Like, this nigga is fucking worse.
I understand with that, but what I'm saying is,
they might think that shit. They might not say it. But you just don't.
He's letting you know I am your enemy.
Yeah, play that card.
That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. That nigga's honest about what the fuck he's doing.
He let you know that.
You Mexican, I don't like you. You black, you poor. I mean, I'm gonna tell you the one motherfucker that he hates more than anything. It's poor white people.
Yeah.
He hates y'all motherfuckers.
No, but he out here going against his own people. This nigga called
poor
John,
white people.
This nigga called John Dean a fucking rat.
But he let you know that in the campaign that he was going to do that. I think what Trey's saying,
exactly.
It's like how Malcolm said it's the fox and the wolf. Yep. They're the same thing. They both going to bite you on your ass, except for the fox look like he's smiling at you when he show you his teeth. The wolf, when he show you his teeth, you know he's about to get in your ass.
Exactly.
But I will say this though. I think that.
But it's facts.
I think he does go a little bit further than other presidents in the sense of that. Not only is his political correctness off, but he's petty. He does not hold he's not respected by any leaders of any other countries because he does not carry himself presidential. Right. And there's a certain political correctness that comes along with that. But I do agree with you in one sense, Trey, that he has an agenda. Every president had an agenda, and they went about it. Trump is just a little bit more boisterous and in your face, like "fuck you." I'm gonna say "fuck you,"
and I'm gonna do it how I want to do it.
And he's done that. And he's pretty much done that. What's funny is I always tell people, you needed a Bush to get an Obama, and they needed an Obama to get a Trump. Because Trump came because white America was tired of Obama.
But the thing is, that also makes all these other leaders scared of Trump too, because they don't never know what the fuck he'll actually do. You know what I'm saying?
What he actually,
he's unpredictable.
The unpredictable part still has checks. He still got to go through a check system before he could do a lot of shit, but still.
And ain't nobody riding with him.
Listen, by any means, by no means am I saying this nigga is a good president. All I said is this nigga, his objective have been up front from the beginning. True. The nigga started in his campaign saying, I'm gonna build this fucking wall, fuck you Mexicans.
But has he done it?
He's definitely trying. Okay. Listen, he may not have succeeded as of yet, but why we having these arguments is because this nigga's out telling you, this is what I'm gonna do. So that's what I'm saying. Like with the tweets, we have never.
What is his problem with Mexico? You know what I'm saying? Because he's not keeping anybody else.
You know why? He ain't getting none of that dope money, nigga. He ain't getting none of that cartel money, nigga. Serious. You know what I'm saying? They ain't building no buildings with him. You know what I'm saying? That's what it is, bro. Like real shit. Like
you guys got fat while we starved on the streets.
You know what I'm saying? So it's just like man, this nigga.
Man, fuck it, nigga. Yeah. I mean, but listen.
I had a whole bunch of shit here I wanted to talk about because we had a very interesting conversation about divorce and black people. Like, I really wanted to get into that, but
get into it.
It's too late. We only got
touch on it.
We down with like 30 seconds, niggas.
Touch on it. 30 seconds of intelligence.
I can't. No,
we're gonna bring Jorge back. We
got to bring him back because it was a definite.
And we're gonna bring him back after
conversation. I went and did some research.
German style.
I got some shit in my own. I was gonna come back to you a little bit.
Yo, I definitely want to come back. We definitely want to talk about these. We had a lot of stuff, a relationship. Dice, a German will never beat me in bowling. So let's just get that.
Well, good thing I'm Puerto Rican.
You better stick to
Speaking of which, Dice was fucking terrible last week. We are in a bowling league. In case y'all don't know, me and Dice are on the team in the bowling league.
I beat him in the
I don't have time out.
This nigga.
We had a chance.
Who did terrible?
We had a chance. Nigga, listen, hold on. We had a chance to like jump up because we about to hit the playoffs and we one place behind. Like we right there, right? This nigga bowls a 219. That was the first game he bowled.
That's
excellent.
Great.
Right.
I'm about to say, how's that suck?
Then he turned around and bowled a 135.
German.
And
wait. How many drinks were had in between 219 and 135?
The nigga actually bowls better.
Drinks.
He actually bowls better when he drinks, so I don't know what the problem
was.
No,
he probably bowls better at a certain point of drunk.
Hold on, let me finish.
I realized that I don't.
The nigga bowled the 219, and then when he bowled the 135, he started to get into his head.
Yeah.
So he's fucked up. The last game, the nigga bowled a 110.
Nigga never.
Germany.
Have I ever German bowled that?
That's German engineering.
And guess what? We could have taken this series 3 games to 1. Because they count the total score as a 4th game. but instead we lose by 16 pins.
Because of Dice.
Because of
No,
look
nigga,
at this nigga's face.
no, nigga, know what I mean? I beat him
No,
in a 3-game series. So how the fuck I fuck
The
up?
both
one
110.
game, right? That was the one game. All of your points went to that one game.
So Dice.
Had you just saved a
How did
few
it feel
more
to-
points for the last fucking, all this nigga needed was one more
So
spin.
Dice, does that mean you come up short when people
This
need
nigga
you?
bowled a spare starting out,
Not at all.
and then he bowled 7 dead frames.
Because I needed him. Why the
Oh,
fuck he ain't
bro.
help me out?
Shit, nigga. Hey, I stayed consistent, nigga. I was constantly.
He's
I was
consistently
I was
stayed low.
nigga. I was consistently at 160.
Nigga consistently stayed low.
I had 2 games at 160.
Anyway,
and the
man. Anyway,
the
nigga,
The
know what
nigga
I mean?
blew us the playoffs. That was my whole point. He blew us the fucking.
Y'all didn't go to the playoffs?
We got one more week.
Yeah,
We
can
got
still make
one
the
more week to
playoffs.
prove it.
We gonna make it.
Dice, I hope you don't bowl another 110.
I hope
Nah,
not
nigga.
either, dog.
Never would that happen.
Hey man, where you?
This nigga was so into his. Like, I wish y'all could have
And
been
then,
there. This shit
I
was
mean,
so
this. Can I
classic.
want to say this, and I'm very serious about this. If you wear a Germany shirt, I'm sure that you will bowl your best game that you've ever bowled
God.
because you're sticking to your roots.
You're sticking to your roots.
This nigga's
And-
not serious.
Pause. It's time to wrap it up.
Yeah, it's time, man.
All right, it's time to wrap it up. Jorge, we do want to thank you for coming through, man.
Appreciate
Dropping
you
some
having
knowledge
me.
on us, man.
Definitely,
Giving us some
brother.
info about how to protect yourself against the police and
Absolutely.
the criminal justice system and all that.
We gonna
So,
bring him back too.
We're going to bring him back because we got some more
Absolutely.
shit I want to talk to Jorge about. So, you know,
to get into different topics specifically, divorce.
All right, Kush.
Black love.
shut the fuck
real.
up. Thank you, people, for tuning in. This has been another
Thanks for having
episode of Barbershop Talk Like This. I'm your host, Trey the Barber,
Shout out the host Dice the Barber.
And Kush done drank too much.
and we out this bitch.
Peace.